Hello and welcome everybody to the fourth match, I believe, of the Twinvitational tournament. Tonight we have the Kain Crushers, Nitsky and Z-Man versus the Mighty Quaks, which is Blaze and Simbu. I'm Pitch, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Demarine. We are here to see it's definitely the fourth match, I believe. I think it's in the title. Like, I didn't remember either, don't worry about it. But we are here to see this matchup of teams who are currently at 0-1, trying to bounce back from tough first week losses. Nitsky and Z-Man being veterans of the scene. They've been around the Final Fantasy IV community before the randomizer was even a thing. And Blaze and Simbu are a little bit newer, but they're dangerous too, so this should be an absolutely fantastic match tonight.
So if this is your first time joining us for the Twinvitational tournament, you can see the flags that we're using right in the center of the stream layout. If you're not totally familiar with what those flags means, essentially these flags opens up a whole world of possibilities. There are over 50 key item locations, I believe. It is a variant 1, which means you gotta forge the crystal, so at least underworld access and 2 key items as well as access to the moon are all required. That's a lot of key items to find. So some of these seeds have been going for about an hour and a half to a little over 2 hours, and it's made a lot quicker from the teamwork, but doing one of these on your own sometimes can take a lot longer. So it's really kind of interesting to see how the teams are gonna split up what they decide to do in the seeds.
Yeah, absolutely. They will thankfully be given a lot of the tools they need to handle what the game throws at them. We've got the C2 flag, so characters are just openly randomized, so there's no restriction on Edge or Fusoya. So, we could see Edge walking down the hallway to meet Porum tonight. We also have the T4 flag, so chests will be laden with the goods. All of the goods. Crystal swords, adamant armors, stardust rods, you name it, it's out there potentially. So, there are the tools necessary to deal with anything that the game throws at you, thankfully.
So, Dem, how many adamant armors do you think we're gonna see tonight?
More than I ever see in practice.
You know what? I bet you're probably right about that.
Right, but it looks like we are getting started here, and it is young Fusoya walking down the hallway. All right, that's Tila.
Young Fusoya, I like it. That's a bit of a rough starting team. Porum is an awesome white mage and my favorite character in the game personally, but she's kind of like a rough starter, I think, just because of lack of attack power.
Yeah, I mean, Rose is an even better starter just because of the aim command alone, and she comes with a bow pre-equipped, so you don't need to go and chase one down. Our runners are also gifted with a glass mask, so the best helmet in the game for physical defense, but that's all that it offers, interesting.
A strength ring, I guess, is not a bad find for the early game. Ooh, a protect ring! That's a good find for a team of a couple mages.
Yeah, there's a chance that gets put on Porum during the first time that somebody pops the menu open and does not leave her finger for the balance of the game. And we see our second Lunar boss spark. First one is definitely in Baron Castle, and the second one is in Baron Inn. The Baron's been invaded by the moon, it looks like, today. As both teams are running about the same split right now. Nits and Moonblaze are loose in Baron, looting Baron completely, while Simbu and Z-Man flew straight north to Damstian, and they are handling that right now before they move on.
Seems to be some decent equips in the basement of Kaipo, just none that they... sorry, not Kaipo, basement of Damstian, just none that they can really use right now.
Yeah, I think I saw a ninja hat. I know you mentioned that there's a strength and a protect ring in Baron, so, it's a good start. In terms of items, I know, Pidge, that, your team did take our team out by, about an average of 7 minutes this week. It was a fantastic run, but what items do you communicate to your teammate? Like, what do you tell Artia is important during the run?
I know that Artia and we tell each other everything pretty much. Well, not like everything. Just if we find a good equip, like a decent equip, like a good rod, like charm or above, we'll tell the other, just that kind of stuff. I know that you and Syl are much more conservative in what you decide to tell each other. Arte and I would kind of go a little overboard.
Yeah, I think that every team's got a kind of their preference here. Is Moon does find, and I'm sure is going to transmit this data down the line, that there were sirens in cabins in Baron, so I'm sure that will get down the line soon enough.
That's a really good find right at the start, and it looks like they've found they found their team's namesake. The mighty Quaks have found Quack Kid up on top of Mount Hobbs. That's another mage in their lineup, but Palom is a really, really great character to have early.
Yeah, but Simbu is not making good time with the fight and decides it's going to be better to step away from Quake Kid for the moment and maybe decides to dip into Antlion instead.
Oh yeah, I probably would have made the same move. Leviathan is a little hard to deal with a team like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find like Cure 2s, which allow you healing at that point, as well as Star Veils, so you can reflect the Ice 2s so that your party does not die. You can actually make really short work of Leviathan up here, but it requires that you have done some shopping and that the items be where you need them to be.
Yeah, and even if they were trying to heal, Talon's just a little too slow and Form is a little too low level right now for it.
Yep. So you'll notice a big thing is I noticed that both teams have their runners in different locations. Everybody's splitting up. There's a Zeus gauntlet in the single room chest in Antline, so with hopes of there being a physical fighter to use that eventually.
Oh, that'll be great for them if they have a hook seed. As I believe that makes them strong against Mad Ogres. I guess, well, it doesn't really matter if you have Tella, since he does have the size spell.
Yeah, I mean, it also gives you 10 strength, 10 vitality, a bunch of physical defense. So, it's never a thing you want to like not use.
Yeah, definitely not a bad item to find. Here's hoping they can find some melee fighters soon to equip it.
Yeah, we know that there's a 4th mage waiting for them in the Baron Inn, so that's kind of how it goes. Z-Man checks the Chest of Destiny in Agart, the single chest in town in the grass, gets blocked by the kid, but at least he's got an Excalibur for his troubles.
Oh, that's not a bad find if they can, especially if they can find Edge. That is a nice thing to dart.
Yep, or maybe even Cecil, which maybe forces you up Ordeals, but it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, Cecil was kind of the star player in my last match versus your team, but I think I was the only one who kept him that time.
Yeah, I think that was right. We weren't seeing the weapons early on, but once you see an Excalibur, Cecil his value goes through the roof, even though you do have to dig through Ordeals to fully power him. Nitz Guy, by the way, while we were chatting, did take the first advantage of this run at this point in time, is he did not reset out of Leviathan. He is our first runner to add the Mighty Quake Kid to his party.
And Scala pointed out that Simbu reset out of Antlion. I wonder if we'll be seeing that from the other team as well.
Yeah, there's just so much going on. It's a little hard to keep up so far. Just trying to see what everyone's been doing. But Moonblaze is now looting Terraria, while Z-Man has decided that the power of Quake Kid's enough for him to route in the mountain of the back of Hobbs into his run. It's only Baron guards, but he noped out. It probably was the double guard, because those will, of course, use status effects, and if you don't have an hourglass, you can't lock them up and make the fight free.
Oh yeah, I suppose we haven't seen hourglasses anywhere yet.
Yep, we just ran into life potions, though, so at least we know where those are.
Oh, that's very useful.
Yeah, Terraria has the goods on that front, while, of course, it looks like Z-Man is just going to start trying to light up Leviathan also with lit ones here, and Twin Magic. I mean, of course, he gets the Comet luck, though, because that's how it works when you're a Final Fantasy IV speedrunner.
Oh, these Ice 3s are hitting very hard.
Yeah. Still no key items, though, yet. everything has been sort of blank right now. Nitsky picks up an Avenger to go with that Zeus gauntlet, so Nitsky is definitely going to want his team's namesake to show up because the Kain Saw is in play.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome for their team. Evil Wall at Fable Gauntlet is kind of nice because I believe this slot does not have great speed.
Yeah.
Although the Petrify versus a team of mages is a little bit of a pain. A little bit, under exaggerating a little here.
Yeah, Twin Magic is really interesting though. It's one of the things I don't think a lot of runners realize is that Twin Magic doesn't trigger the spell counters. So
is that so?
So you'll see that after the Fire 1, you'll see the gradual Petrify go off, but after Twin Magic, it doesn't. Also useful against Baigen. If you run into Baigen in a nasty spot, Twin Magic can get you through that because you can hit all and not worry about the reflections.
Wow, that's very interesting. I didn't know that. That's a really good strat.
So Z-Man headed for Eblin Castle right now. Moonblaze is going to be adding on Quake Kid for his team. Simbu is landing there, deciding against, and not sure, seems a little bit tilted at the moment, or a little bit off kilter at the start here.
So there was an Elven Bow on Mount Hobbs, which is great because I think the majority of characters in the game can use the bows, and all the mages except Tella can, I think.
Yeah, and it'll help Orm actually do some DPS in these fights, because she's not doing anything right now.
Yeah, she's got to wait a bit to get some decent healing magic, and that'll be really good to kind of have her help with the DPS.
Yep, the Fumble item was a lowly set of charm arrows, so that's the first item spotted was a blank.
No key items, and a lot of the major locations at the start of the game done already, and still only a team of a couple mages. This could be a really rough start.
Yeah, I think Z-Man is in here without hourglasses as well. I'm not sure precisely how he's going to do things like kill ogres with this party, but
I believe Invent said that Z-Man did pick up a stack of hourglasses somewhere, so if he did in fact do that, he's going to have an okay time in here, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be slow but effective.
Actually, yeah. How would you deal damage on the ogres with a team of mages? I guess
bow and charm arrows probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Charm arrows are very effective versus ogres.
Yeah, that might be the best option. The Elven Bow also, it gives you the 4 times modifier against them as well, just on its own. As Invenerable points out, right as I'm pointing it out. No trap chests yet in Castle Ablon, while Simbu is our 4th runner to add on the awesome power of Quake Kid at level 23, except it's not level 23 yet. Looks like Moon is doing a little bit of equipping here. Just gonna get set up. It looks like he's ready to climb. The first runner to climb Mount Ordeals today.
Ooh, I wonder what fun things we're going to see up there.
I mean, we'll see 3 different fun things there. I mean, the 3rd boss is generally almost always free, but the first 2, there could be some dangerous stuff happening up there.
See, Z-Man is working on the Staleman chest. He's been doing it for a little bit, I think. I guess his only real option right now versus these is Twin Magic.
Yeah, Palom doesn't have any levels yet, which is a little bit problematic. And the other thing is that Twin Magic does damage based on your Black Magic stat, but it also depends upon who's in the highest priority spot. Porum is in a higher priority spot than Palom right now because she is in slot 2 and he's in slot 3, so he's also nerfing his damage output on that as well. Just another small mechanical thing.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's a really good note for the future. I'm going to write that down in my notepad.
Now that you've already beaten us once, I'm just going to give you all the tech at this point.
I guess better after than before our match, right?
Not that you needed to help. But yeah, so it looks like Simbu does not have hourglasses, but is slowly working down the Baron Guards, while Moonblaze Wolf is popping Sirens on top of Ordeals at this point for the Lilith fight. Looking to push out Quake Kid to new heights, it looks like here.
That's a very good idea on his part. I didn't even think about the fact that we've seen Sirens already. Going up Ordeals is a good call.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to kind of get your levels. This is definitely one of them. It's a little bit slow, but if you want to lock it in and guarantee that you're going to get 23 decently efficiently, and you're not the runner on your team doing Castle Eblin, this is a good way to do it.
Seems Z-Man is struggling with the Staleman chest over here, but he's getting there. He's taking out the skeletons, but yeah. I saw him. He's using Rod as a weapon, I guess, since Twin Magic depleted his MP reserves, and he's just getting out whatever damage he can.
Yep. So Nitguy also found the Flame Dog chest. It was the very first box in Tower of Zot. So he's making the single chest Zot play while Moonblaze is done grinding, and Simbu got a power shirt for his troubles for clearing out the Antlion Cave, so still no key items on the overworld yet.
I got my fingers crossed for this Flame Dog chest that we see our first key item here.
I'm really hoping it's the Darkness Crystal.
And what do we got? Oh, it was a Masamune, not a key item.
I mean, it's worth an immense amount of gold if you need to buy items, though.
This is true. That's you could afford a lot of hourglasses with that.
It's also, one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It's the best sword for Edge by far, so...
This is also true. I wonder if any of them are going to be checking the quote-unquote useless boss slots in the start of the game. Arte and I usually do that after the one practice race we did where we got trolled hard by Vanilla Demas.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of strategy that goes into that. I know Sil and I have routing concerns for that, but there's a lot of conversation about when we do and when we don't do it. And I did not catch the item for Z-Man because, of course, the action is going on, everywhere right now. And Venerable catching us up, it's an Ogre Axe, so nothing in Zot. One chest down here in Eblin was also blank.
Blaze racing against the clock versus Bahamut right now.
Yeah, not bailing up, and Porum's out of magic, so... Trying to root through his inventory. I don't think he has Veils. That's not a good look. Getting blown up is not what you want to see happen here.
He has been doing decent damage with the arrows. Oh, he got it! He was doing about 800 damage a turn, and there's only, I believe, 3,000 HP on that slot, so it seems like he was okay.
Works out perfectly, and so we're going to get our look at the top of Ordeals item, while Z-Man, with an Hourglass 3 in hand, is going to lock down the Black Cats and the Lamia here and keep fighting.
Let's see what Blaze found on the top of Ordeals. That is also not a key item.
That is definitely a gold apple. And Nitsky did not find the Dragon of Mist at the top of the tower here, so his run up this is probably done at this point.
I definitely had a seed one time where D-Mist was at the top of Zot, and I went there almost immediately at the start and thought I was so smart skipping Mount Ordeals, and that's where all the progression was. So I forfeited.
That's how it goes sometimes, you know. That's sometimes you make the right plays, and sometimes you make a blind guess and come up second.
Yep.
All right, we are likely to see the second key item, or the second item from Ebling Castle here in just a moment.
I sure hope so.
I hope we get something here. It is a key item.
Well, that's you're right. That's a key item. Oh, Ogo, Pogo, and Baron in. At least this is the low HP slot. Simbu should be fine here.
Yeah, the only problem is this slot is fairly fast. Simbu's line is in the front line, so Ogopogo might get a chance to elbow one of those mages to death, but it thankfully does not happen.
Oh, you're right. I wonder why he hasn't opted to put them in the back row.
I'm unsure about that, but they are definitely up in front, and they're likely to get elbowed. As he does do the change to get his team to the back now. Probably very tired of his team getting elbowed.
We have not seen any adamant armors yet, so the pink tail is nice, granted we can find the hook.
Adamant armor's a crutch, you don't need that. It's especially not helpful if they go to the moon first.
So I think that Baron Inn is like the last slot left that nobody's done yet. There's got to be some kind of progression here, if I'm not forgetting something.
No, there's got to be something that takes us somewhere right now. We've seen everything else. We saw three. We only saw 2 chests in Eblin, or did we see 3? I think we only saw 2.
Oh yeah, Inven is right. Z-Man didn't fight the Mad Ogres, and also D-Mist is still a possibility.
Yep. So the Mad Ogres are likely in the basement here. Antlion's a blank. Antlion's a power shirt. Fabulous charm arrows. Ordeals had a gold apple at the top of all the things in the world. Then we found a pink tail, which isn't progression, but it is eventually an adamant armor. Likely good enough to get your teammate to just run over and grab that chest potentially for the later adamant armor, honestly. Ah, there it is. There's progression. Scala, you did it. You're a hero.
Oh, here we go. The Darkness Crystal with a team of all mages.
So K4 has the one interesting problem where underground access can be moon gated instead of earth gated. So Simbu knows that we're going up.
I suppose what a good play here to be to take Tella up Ordeal so they can cast weak on the King Ryus.
Yeah, because sirens are in play as well, so that ends up being a big play potentially for getting your party up to speed. You have hourglasses, you have sirens, you have Tella with weak. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's grabbing hourglasses right now. That might be the plan. Yep, and Nitz now knows as well, Chronotime says, as Nitz also has found the Darkness Crystal in Baron Inn, so unless Miss Dragon is hiding something from us, we're going up.
Now, I wonder if Blaze will opt to follow Simbu to the moon, or if he'll take a chance and look for D-Mist at the remaining slots, or in fact, that's probably the last thing that's left on the Earth to do besides fight the Mad Ogre.
Yeah, that's really it. So, yeah, as you can see, Nitz guy is just like, yeah, I'm doing this Ordeals thing. I need Tella powered up at this point. Like, knowing that the Darkness Crystal is there, having Tella with weak is a priority. It's definitely going to be a big call here. I mean, also, inveterable. I want to believe.
I'm sorry. going up Ordeals. I guess that's the right call here.
Yeah, that is no shock at all right now. Plus, there's a character up there, and the character is always greatly appreciated, so...
Oh, you're right. I wonder who we're going to find up there. I always forget about the character on the moon.
I know who I'm rooting for at this point.
Who's that?
I mean, it's always Rosa. Come on. What do you think I was going to say, Edward?
Oh, yeah, you got a point. I was thinking Edge because of these nice darts we found, but you know. I'll take Rosa for the full mage party.
that would be powerful and useful.
But Rosa would just be so cool for the 5 mages and the 3 ladies, you know?
I have taken 5 mages to Zeromus in practice before.
I completely believe it, and I am here for it.
It makes D machine grinding really hard.
Oh, I bet, no doubt.
So yeah, so Nitsky is fighting Karate Man in the first slot up top. Z-Man is working on getting Kainazo taken care of here, so on its way, and the Moon character is gonna be...
Oh my gosh,
God.
Scarlet called it. He called that a mile away.
So you are on the moon. You've got Edward, Palom, Horum, and Tella. How do you feel right now?
I feel like I thought I was going to go to bed at 11 p.m. tonight, but we will see what Edward pulls off here.
And actually, the other item in the Eblin basement was the package, which could be a massive, massive advantage for the mighty Quakes, because that's access to another character. It's hopefully not Edward.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder who they're going to find here.
It could be the single duplicate Edward, which would be the most hilarious thing ever.
Oh my, no way. What a scene.
That is the one duplicate in this seed. That is Dupe Hella. So you could have Rydia, you could not have Rydia. I mean, the only summon we have for Rydia I think I've seen is Asura, so... This is amazing.
I'm a fan. Still no checks at Vanilla D, Mr. Octomam slot.
Yeah, Baka Shinobi makes a good point. On the bright side, every character after this has to be better. It can't get any worse.
That is a very good point. We're in for some excitement.
I mean, you know, the only character that might be terrible to see is if you are if you haven't gone up, or if you're the runner on your team who hasn't gone up Ordeals and you find Dark Knight Seasoul. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I do wonder when the Pain Man will be making an appearance.
Like, I don't know, but the pain is already kind of happening here, though, as Simbu slowly chips away at the Lunar hair dryers here.
Oh, and Nitz takes a wipe to Mega Nuke.
Ooh, a little bit slow on the go there. Does he have Star Veils in his inventory? Looks like he's got 5 of them, so... You know, I think he was confident that he was going to get the DPS down on the King, and instead the King does not miss.
Yeah, and he was planning ahead, making that backup save here, so he should be fine. Not going to lose very much time to that.
Yeah, good to backup save with a party like this, where you know that your DPS is pretty dicey at best.
Absolutely. Playing very safe is a very smart decision, even when you're against the clock.
Yeah, I mean, you have to know that the other team is up against it with this party as well, that things are just not looking good for anybody right now, so play safe, play smart.
That's for sure.
Alright, this time this guy, of course, reflects the Mega Nuke back at Bahamut. Doesn't try to DPS race it.
Good stuff, Nits guy. Looks like Z-Man is headed up to the moon. Did he go up Ordeals? I'm forgetting.
I don't think he did. Alright, was he the first runner-up from on his team for Ordeals? I'm unsure, but Weak would have even made like the hairdryers go a ton faster, is the biggest thing. Moon is going to find the Masamune up here on Zot and then bail out, so, you know, he's on the Earth check path right now.
What do the hairdryers have? A lot of levels.
A big pile of experience points, which is exactly what you needed from that treasure chest.
Oh, definitely.
Quake for the kid.
There's Quake for the Quake kid for the mighty Quaks. That's a symbolic victory.
Yep, and we've got Virus for our favorite summoner gal, so that's also a good pickup as well, obviously, in terms of spells.
An Avenger.
I think that's her 4th Avenger this seed.
Oh my goodness. An Avenger is a new adamant armor.
Yeah, no one who knows how to use it. Edward doesn't even know which end of the Avenger is pointy.
I'm sure if Palom and Porum like each put their hands on the hilt, they could maybe lift it up a couple inches off the ground.
To echo my concerns with my teammate Silverfire, she's 6 Silverfire. Except I guess she's 6 Pidge would be the answer here. Our tiny perfect white mage child.
Who, Porum? She's my tiny perfect white mage child.
Yep. Yeah, Gollop. We've got Simbu looking for value in the cave of Bahamut right now.
He did just get a whole bunch of levels, so I wonder what he's gonna find in here.
Oh, what do you get from Sirens in here? Oh, you get gold dragons here? I did not know that. Today I learned.
Yeah, this is a pretty good play, especially if Tella has weak.
Yeah, and this is faster than going down to Pale Dim's room. Alright, Z-Man is navigating the whale someplace at this point. It looks like he's going back to get his revenge on the Mad Ogre chest right now. And Nitz is going to summon the whale as well. Does this mean none of our runners are making the vanilla boss check at this point?
I suppose not. I would feel really bad if that's ends up being a very useful key item.
Yeah, the odds are low, but...
The odds are low, but it's happened to me in Artea enough times.
I mean, I've gone up Zot enough times on a blind call and found the magma key in that silly chest up there that it just makes me wonder.
I feel like I've found progression on D-Mist at Mega Sisters with no Earth Crystal like 3 times in the last month.
Don't roll my seeds. Moonblaze is going to be checking the Giant of Babel trap chest and might be grinding some D machines. I think he picked up some ethers before heading up here.
That's I like that play. I'm very interested to see what he finds up here.
Okay, yeah, this is just a D machine grind. This is a pure D machine grind because he is not popping any chests yet.
Yeah, that's sensible.
Yeah, he's here for all the levels he'll need to fight things on the moon, which I like.
Yeah, that's a smart call, and also he can fight the trap chest on his way back out. Part of the Canadian accent.
No worries. I've got the weird mid-Atlantic accent, so it's fine. Come on, Moon, put Tella in the middle. Do it. All right, so Z-Man's gonna take his package out of the castle now as well, so he knows that that's a key item, but not the key item he wanted, especially when he finds that he's gonna find Tella and Mist in just a sec.
I would like to know what the runner's reactions are to finding the Tella dupe at the package.
I believe the reaction that I would have, even though I am trying to really cut down on the not PG language, would probably not be PG.
I think I'm in the same boat as you there. Oh, Scala brings up a good point. There could be demist at the giant.
I mean, then this would be the most Scala of scenes, without a doubt. Alright, Simbu threw another pack of dragons here, so... I mean, finding value in Cave Bahamut in a much different way, burning through those sirens for levels.
Seems to be working out well. He's getting decent HP on the mage kids at least.
Yeah, as long as he's getting the hourglasses off, I mean, he'll have what he needs. I mean, the problem is that Rydia's not going to learn anything good until like the low 40s. I mean, you get by with Rydia Virus, I guess, but there's a lot of chests that are going to get opened up in LST, which can be very helpful.
This is true. Whenever I have to go to LST, I usually bolt straight for the end and work backwards. But with a party like this, it might be the better call to go for the chest first.
Yeah, absolutely. So Moon is not only setting up the D Machine grind, it looks like he may have it set up. I don't know if he found D Machines, but he's also life glitching the robots as well. So he is trying to get absolute maximum value out of this fight right now.
Oh, so Z-Man might be checking for Demist at Kaipo Inn.
Wow, that would be something else.
That's actually a pretty smart move. I think the red team has just thought about Demist, and this is maybe part of that check process.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. I mean, but the thing is that Simbu and Moonblaze are making the best of it. They are turning in powerful grind options with not so powerful teams, all on the back of the fact that Tella's in this party. Without Tella, things are pretty dire, but Tella is actually going to be like the MVP of this seed today.
Yeah, it's always pretty wild when that happens. Like when they're getting their grinds out early, and then checking everything else is going to be a piece of cake.
I mean, behemoths with this party are literally the opposite of a piece of cake at this point, I think. But
that's true. I didn't think about that.
But like there's a chance that they'll be able to make good headway on the bosses. Chests are going to be a little dicey. The red dragon, blue dragon chest. Red dragons are murder engines. They're horrific. And behemoths, of course, without a good physical fighter, you're just not doing any damage to them. It's really, really terrifying.
So we have Octomam at Kaipo Inn, and I wonder why... Oh, I guess he's not opting to reset because it's a one-shot deal.
It's already there at this point. But it is not the Dragon of Mist, so...
Now, I wonder if he's going to check the other two boss slots.
I mean, I would probably check Mist Cave, but I would... Mist Cave and Watery Pass, yeah, because they've already checked the top of the tower. And this guy about to get rewarded with Edward. But yeah, our runners have sort of settled in. Simbu looks like, yeah, he's making the dive for bosses at the bottom right now. The only option that his team has. Nit's guy is rearranging gear at this point in time. Going to try and go for an Assassin Edward play here.
Simbu dipping to the bottom of LST. I like it.
Yeah, going for bosses. It's Baigen here at Mist, so that's not what we wanted to see. And looks like Rivers McCown has shown up at this point. So just for the quick 37-minute update here, Fabul had Charm Arrows, Antlion had a Power Shirt, Ordeals had a Gold Apple, Eplin had 2 key items, the Pink Tail and the package for Duplicate Tella. And then going into Baron Inn and taking care of Ogopogo, followed by Kainatsu, the Water Duo Special, got you the Darkness Crystal as our only piece of progress so far.
And it looks like Simbu has found D-Mist, so checking the 3 slots that Z-Man did was a good call, but ultimately D-Mist was not even on the planet.
Yeah, so this is a double feature here at the White Spear spot. The big thing though is that Mist Dragon is throwing elbows right now, is hitting the back row for about 700 health, so Blinks need to get up post haste to keep this party alive.
I absolutely love how the blink animation looks on streams.
Sometimes it works, sometimes not so good. Alright, Moonblaze is done grinding around level 39 right now. Nitsky is about to try and take down these hair dryers slowly but surely. Does have the Assassin Dagger on Edward, so he may be able to assassinate these, which will be really handy.
Looks like Blaze is going for the trap chest and the giant now.
Yeah, got a bunch of levels, which is awesome with the mage party. Levels are what you want. Gets a Zeus Gauntlet.
Ooh, that's good if any of our racers can ever find a melee fighter.
And a Strength Ring, too. I mean, I'm sure that Palom can put them on his head or something, I guess.
I like seeing all the different strategies that the 4 players have taken for a seat that's been giving them this much difficulty at the start.
Yeah. Scala notes that Adult Rydia can equip the Zeus Gauntlet. Yeah, but we don't know how to get underground, let alone get to, Adult Rydia and Dwarf Castle.
That's right. I always forget she can equip the Zeus Gauntlet. That would be really nice if, like you said, if we could get underground.
But yeah, Nitz is going to get some well-needed experience here. Z-Man looking for, I guess, some more supplies before he goes back Moonside, because he's back down here at Baron. So, let's do some shopping. And Moonblaze finds the tower key from the last arm chest.
Well, I guess that's a key item, even if it can't be used right now.
Yeah, but if it leads to progress, that could be a big pickup for the Mighty Quaks over the Kain Crushers here.
Oh, absolutely. That would be an enormous progression in their favor. Just because I know that, at least for me, Giant of Babel chest is probably one of the last places I usually check.
Yeah. Rivers McCown is serenading us in chat. I guess slowly cementing his reputation as part of Team Meme.
I'm a fan.
I'm not. Not really.
We got mixed opinions on the commentary tonight.
And yes, Crowd of Time. Moon Mega Sisters hit like absolute tanks in that spot. They will just start one-shotting team members with Delta attack and melee attacks, so you're losing 2 party members per cycle. Oh, and they're fast too. Good luck with that.
I have to agree with Invenerable that some adamant armor would be great. I know in the match that my team had with your team, I think I ended up with 4 adamant armors.
I had a practice recently where Syl ended up with 4 adamant armors, and I ended up with 1.
Actually, I think in the match in question, I had 4 and Artea had 2, and one of his was in a spot that I never checked. So if I wanted to, I could have gone back and had 5 just for the meme, but I'm not sure if that would have been a good play.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that I was swimming in like white and black shirts, so I was just like, I'm good. Moonblaze Wolf has decided it's time to see if there is value at the bottom of Cave Bahamut, while Simbu takes out the first trap chest in Lunar Core. Was the first trap chest check that was successful. And it's a goon shield.
Oh. No key items yet. I wonder what's on the Okapoka slot.
I don't know, it looks like Z-Man has decided to initiate grind, which is probably sharp, and it's a freebie!
Oh, this could be good.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. Just keep your party alive, and you'll get showered with a free experience, which is what you want. Hitting those fire 2s for 27, everybody. Simbu's gonna be taking a coffee break.
It looks like Blaze is trudging through the plague fight. I hate fighting this fight on the moon, even though, you know, that's kind of where it's intended to be. It's not easy when you're at a lower level for your party.
Yeah, I mean, he even ground out to level 40, but that means nothing for Tella, and it means very little for Iridia, honestly. And
Yeah.
you can't use Quake.
That's true. The virus casting is great, but there's going to be a lot of team killing happening here. Looks like Team Red is doing the simultaneous grind. Oh, an adamant! That's a nice prize for a free fight after that really rough start.
Yep, it's not adamant armor, but I guess you want half your crystal, right? That's okay.
Yeah, we'll take it. Why not?
I mean, it would be wild if all 3 pieces of Go mode here were in like were against easy bosses in this area. But I mean, the ribbon chests are the Mega Sisters, so we're kind of running out of options. I mean, Ground, we've seen the pink tail in the package. Z-Man has the pink tail. Moonblaze Wolf has a pink tail and a package. And yeah, Go mode does require underground access, so we still need a hooker. That's part of the run, is we still need a hook or a magma key. So we do have half of Go mode. We have access to the boss, we have access to Zeromus, and we have the adamant.
This is true. That is exactly half of Go mode.
Alright, Simbu fighting more Lunar Core trap chest, finds the best trap chest, honestly, which is something hourglass. The slow and inevitable march of progress for the Kain Crushers now, as they work their way up in levels, taking down dragons with weak and hourglasses.
I really hope that Blaze gets something good from Plague, because Plague is just really giving him a tough time. Plague is being a real jerk tonight.
Simbu just absolutely flashed through that chest, and I didn't catch it, even though I was watching it. It didn't look yellow. I'm not sure if it was a key item. Yeah, Samurai Gloves. Thank you, Invenerable. And that is not getting us any closer, but we are finding our 3rd trap chest down here, and it is, like we said, the dreaded behemoth.
Oh dear.
I mean, you have a ton of time to get your defenses up because, well, Behemoth is very slow. Like, not just regular slow, but like very, very slow, but uses things like Maelstrom, which weaks all your party members, and counter melees for, well, if you're not blinked up, it will kill your party members at this point with this fine and squishy group with no armor. And no good frontliners. Only uses Maelstrom if you hit it with Holy.
Burst King Rydia. Oh, I guess she does have a whip.
Yeah, it's about.
Oh, that's yeah, that is pretty good. Aha! You cannot hit me.
Yeah, Rivers makes a good point. This might be a good spot to try to get the reflect count on Plague if Moon was comfortable getting that set up.
What is the setup for setting up a reflect count on Plague? Is that very difficult to do?
It requires a little bit of setup because what you end up needing to do is you need to both resurrect a character and then get a wall up on that character before the next count goes out. So what that event essentially does is that it will reflect count back onto Plague. So A, you'll have a character who is constantly does not have a counter until the wall falls down. And eventually it will, in most circumstances, will kill Plague eventually.
Oh, okay. So that would probably be easier to get off on Plague if you had, like, Tella with fast casted on him or something. Is that...
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to set it up, but it's always really challenging. So, but Moonblaze has kind of worked his way through finally and got kind of value.
Yeah, I don't hate that prize. I mean, a magma key would have been nice, but a ribbon, I think that's all right for his efforts.
I mean, yeah, also with the way that the armor has been panning out, I haven't seen anything like a ton of black shirts or white shirts or sword robes or adamant armor. So, finding something that will protect a mage is actually going to be super useful here. I mean, we saw the protect ring and maybe a couple crystal rings, but those don't give you the big, massive status effect protection, magic protection, or or just raw defense that you really need.
Mm-hmm. I like the ribbon on Porum.
Yeah, Simbu is open 3 trap chests at this point in time and is not doing so well. Dragoon Spear, more Kain gear.
If only Kain Man would make an appearance. We've seen one of the two eponymous characters, but the other one seems to be nowhere to be found.
I mean, these two teams are playing by the time-honored rule that since the team representing Rosa and the Sylphs is not involved, Rose is banned.
Meanwhile, my team always seems to find Pain Man.
He is the man of pain. Alright, so Nits and Z-Man still working on dragons here, definitely just trying to bulk up this party some. Boone gets his reward.
What a reward for fighting Plague.
Yeah, it's you get a ribbon, which is kind of a little bit of nudge, and then you get just the kick in the teeth of getting Edward right behind it. It's great.
Edward's just like, hey, we could go back to Bahamut Cave and get me to level 70.
So 3 chests so far we found that were all located in Lunar Core, and they were all blank. Simbu has found the D-Warlock or the D-Fossil Warlock chest, so dodging dragon still, which is a good look for his team.
Looks like Nit's guy is about to stumble across something very good. Or actually, no, that was the Dogopogo slide.
Yeah, no,
he's gonna... the opposite of good.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in seeing what this particular slot does, I mean, there's an elbow for 528.
Ooh, a freebie for Blaze. That he deserves it after that plague fight.
Yeah, I mean, with this party, you've just got to melee it 3 times with all these back row mages. How hard could that be?
You raise a good point.
I haven't lost a bunch of characters to getting meleeed by Water Hag in the underground and subterranean. No, that never happens.
Yeah, I believe I wiped to Water Hag in a seed recently, which was hilarious, but I went there super underleveled, and Water Hag was one of the Land of Summons bosses.
So it was incredibly fast and decided it was time to elbow you all over the place.
Oh, I had all the elbows in my face. More Kain gear!
The White Spear's been moved upstairs, everybody. It's currently on the 3rd floor instead of the 7th floor. You know you want it. That'd be good.
Kain just left all his gear all over the place while he decided to take a nap. Not very nice to the Kain Crushers, if you ask me.
Really curious, when do you decide to go back and check the, when you decide to go back and check on that Mist Dragon?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. There was no check for Iridia's mom.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Moonblaze is now checking the around and back chest while Simbu works down yet another behemoth.
If I recall correctly, Demas was in the slot beside the Mega Sisters, or was Demas somewhere else?
Yeah, Demas was in the vanilla White Spear Plague spot.
Okay. So I imagine Nitsky will be finding Demas very soon.
Yeah, I mean, doing fine right now with the Magus trio here. They're not hitting as hard as I think we expected them to, but they're still, they're still putting in work, certainly. They're making Nits work on buffing a lot more than quaking, which is what he wants to be doing, I think.
Oh, for certain. They've already got Edward taking a signature nap.
Ah, Deadward, he's the best. But yeah, so the two outer sisters are down for Nitsky at this point, and he's having to deal with these walls and his party members. And Solo Cindy is now going at it with that Reaper Scythe right now. Takes Rydia's soul.
Oh yeah, that was a huge hit on Rydia. So we are an hour in, with only a very small handful of key items found across all 4 players. This is turning out to be quite a seed.
Yeah, I mean, we are at a total of, we found 5 key items so far between all of our runners right now, which is just absolutely a marvelous seed so far for being an hour into this mess. Up, and there's key item number 6 in the around and back chest on floor 1. It is the Earth Crystal.
Oh, that's fantastic. They could find some good characters there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if I were Moon and Simbu right now, what I'd be doing is I'd be sending Moonblaze down to try and take out the Mist Dragon potentially, and then just go back to the Earth. Or even just take that crystal back to the Earth at this point.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for the Demas play, which is a good idea. You might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone when you're heading back to the Earth.
Yeah, you want to try and open up as many branches of the Earth tree as you can while you're down there, because you're desperate for either the hook or the magma key at this point.
For sure, especially desperate for some fighting characters as well.
I mean, if fighting characters are your jam anyways. Yeah, I think we're down to 4 trap chests in the middle of the Lunar subterrane. I did not see what popped out of the 2 chests from the ribbon chests. Or did Nitsky survive that fight? Or excuse me, Z-Man
I
survived
missed
that
that
fight.
as well.
So much going on. All right, Nits and Venerable letting us know, and I'm not too surprised that the 1,200 point melees from the Center Mega Sister were enough to do Nits in.
Yeah, she's a strong one.
All right, Moon is actually making the dash down, looks like, to grab that Adamant Rock and get that free experience. Which is also a pretty wise call, so you don't forget it.
Yeah, that's a great call. You can check Radio's mom in the Earth Crystal. It's a especially this oh no, sorry. I'm completely getting mixed up here. This is not D-Mist. D-Mist was all the way back in the other room.
All right, and arguably the easiest boss spot on the Moon, which is the Wyvern spot, has a very well, the thing that you definitely want to see, which is a Stardust Rod. So, you know, a key item for your mage. But it doesn't serve any purpose for progress. For everybody out there, the Stardust Rod adds 15 of the black magic casting stat, which makes Palam's Quakes even quakier.
Quakier, I like it.
I got nothing at this point.
The Quack kids can always be quakier. Oh, so Blaze is going. Oh, okay, that was just an accident.
Yeah. Happens to everybody every once in a while. May get misdirected, so knows that there's nothing in the 3 trap chests down there.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's gonna fight D-Mist on his way back.
Probable, but we'll see. We're an hour in. Z-Man working down D-Mist, getting those blinks up, so he should be pretty safe. Simbu looking for revenge against the Megas 3 here.
Ooh, let's see if he can pull it off.
I mean, Radia has enough levels to have Quake now. I mean, party's over level 40.
Oh, this is true. In any case, I'm definitely rooting for Simbu to take them out.
Venerable notes that Palam is queuing up a Meteo. Is he level 50? Oof.
Oh, that's smart. I like that.
That's the spicy stuff right there. And yes, Moonblaze Wolf is taking down the Mist Dragon, so the intent is to send Moonblaze home with the Mist Dragon and Earth Crystal. Looks like Nit's guy working on some more levels for this party. Probably wants Quake on Rydia at this point in time. Z-Man's got a D-Mist. You know, the slow march of progress is going on here. Edward's dead, by the way.
I never saw that coming. Definitely made a Perler Bean sprite of Deadward the other day.
Yeah, I saw. That was really impressive. I mean,
Thank you. I just thought it was really funny how the 3 sprites were set up. Anyway, I'll paste it later. I'm actually like really excited to see what characters we find in Tower of Zot.
Yeah. I mean, plus with the amount of grind that these players have put in, though, do you take characters from Zot? Like, I guess do you grab replacements for Edward and Tella anyways, because you need better characters for the Z fight?
I would go for it because, like, if you return to the moon for even one fight, they're gonna get slingshotted to high heavens.
True. I mean, I've seen what a level 90 Palam can do with those nukes.
It's terrifying.
It's beautiful. And by the way, I know you're rooting for Simbu. Well, Cindy is down. Mindy not feeling so well either here. This fight's about to be over, it looks like.
I'm really happy for Simbu right now. There we go. Someone took down the trio. This is great.
170,000 experience points for his troubles, and more importantly, knowledge of does this gate the underground? 2 chests. It does.
There's the hook. Oh, and the Luka key. Oh, the one I've been waiting for all day.
And that is our underground access. So it looks like that Moon is probably going to get sent across to change gears a little bit here, but the ribbon chests have the good.
So that opens up the rest of the planet. That's exciting. I wonder what kind of troll shenanigans we're going to see in Upper Babel.
I mean, it probably honestly doesn't matter at this point. Your party's level 50.
This is true.
you're about to discard Edward forever. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe Simbu gets rid of Tella instead of Edward. I don't know, but I got a feeling.
I think Evil Wall in Upper Babel could be particularly evil.
Could be Wyvern.
This is also true. One of those 2 slots has like 53 agility.
All right, and here is Rydia's mom finally after all this time.
Well, that was a lot of build-up for yet another Kain weapon.
And Simbu is like, stop doing that. Don't do that. Go elsewhere. As you see Moon stopping the fight, throwing in the towel.
I want to see somebody find the Sand Ruby and grab Kain, just dismiss him as revenge for all the weapon trolling that there's been on the moon in here.
I don't know. I don't think I could dismiss Kain at this point in time. Like, Kain with a Power Shirt, a Zeus Gauntlet, and an Avenger hits for like 1,200 damage at level 10.
This is true, and that's what people who are good at this game would do, whereas people like me just like are petty.
Like, I would go for the memes. All right, here we go. Simbu is our first runner to make it to Cave of Balan on this seed. The hook chained from the Magus tree.
I never realized just how fast that hovercraft is.
Yeah, you can hold down Y and make it go at full speed also.
I never knew about that. Oh my goodness. That's that's some good tech. I'm gonna write that down. I knew the hovercraft was fast, but that was really fast.
Silverfire, if you're out there listening, please yell at me for sharing all my tech with the world. Thanks. Not actually serious, but
it's okay. It's okay. We already played.
Second dust rod in the infirmary by the by, so not a bad find to be sure.
Oh yeah, not with all of these mages that have black magic. At least I don't want to say 3 black mages because Tella is technically a red mage, I suppose.
Tella's just old.
This is also true.
Maybe Fusoya's the character down here.
That would be awesome. Awesome for my sense of humor, anyway.
All right, so we've got Nitz and Moon just trying to shake down the Mega Sisters at this point in time. It's taken a while, but it looks like with all those quakes, it looks like Moon has taken down Mindy right now, so making some headway here. Likely to have to deal with the res of Mindy soon enough, but...
It looks like Nitsuka is also getting his revenge.
Revenge will be had. Simbu finds the Staleman chest.
Edward taking a hit and surviving. I'm impressed.
Good job, Edward. Way to go.
Oh, he even gained a level.
Powerful.
I didn't even see what item he just got. I was too busy hollering about Edward.
I don't know, Simbu found 10 poison arrows for that trap chest, so about as empty can be.
So that's what that was. I completely missed it. I was looking at the screen and it just went by so fast. Like a hovercraft. Oh, there's my boy. There's my boy Pain Man. Good Pain Man.
We found your boy Pain Man, huh?
Didn't you call this like half an hour ago that the next character they find is going to be non-Ordeals Pain Man?
Yeah, I totally said that.
I love it.
What you do now is you take Pain Man over Edward, you cast Exit, and you climb Ordeal. No, you don't do that. You move on. You ditch Pain Man here. You just send Pain Man to Purgatory. Or you troll us by hovering every other character and then doing what we all thought, which is binning Edward forever.
I mean,
right.
From all the naps Edward was taking, he must be tired. It's about time he goes home and goes to sleep.
All right, so both Nit and Nit and Blaze have both taken down Cindy, and now the rest of the sisters fall for Blaze. So he will be rewarded with his hook, and I guess rewarded with a Luka key on top of it.
I'm excited to see how the underworld plays out and the differences in routing. Since like the tower key has been found, the Luka key has been found, pretty much the whole underworld is open to us right now. From the two teams combined, I mean.
Sylph Cave first.
Oh, actually, yeah, Blaze does have both keys.
Yeah, but why use the keys when you can go talk to the Sylphs?
This is true.
All right, hook for Nit's guy. He's gonna pass that information down the line at this point in time. I see your teammate is in chat as well. There's Happy Artea.
Hey, Artea, what's good?
And it's more arrows for Simbu. This is the third trap chest with arrows this run.
This seed really, really wanted to use that elven bow, huh?
Guy, you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, apparently.
Yeah, for sure.
Blaze has decided that the levels that he has are just not enough. Nit's guy is gonna make the good call and not leave just yet, thankfully. I think he's gonna check the Ogopogo spot. And in it is going to receive his rest, thankfully, from all these horrific fights.
What do we have here? Oh.
A free fight.
Yeah. This is alright.
This isn't awkward at all. They're hitting for 38. It's adorable. You can also hourglass these, and then they won't even hit you for 38 anymore, but one Quake should do it. Oh yeah, and Simbu probably doesn't even safety save here, so we've got some flavor of Mylan for the second boss here.
Z-Man's gonna be happy when he finds that hook.
Yeah, I mean, Nit's guy has it already, so he's transmitted that information down the line, so... That's right, Z-Man has the pink tail. He will get that first adamant armor after a full boss moon clear. Trap chests still in play.
This is a good Milan fight. I don't know why I thought this was going to be worse than it actually is.
Nah, it's just got a lot of hit points, that's all.
That's true. I think it's 7,000 overall combined between the 5 enemies.
Bridia and Palom have nuke.
They certainly do. But Pain Man had to knock himself out first.
Simbu demonstrating that good Cataseed form, killing useless party members dead. Yeah, Argent, hook access was up on the moon in one of the ribbon chests after the only progress item we found on Earth initially was the darkness crystal. But Simbu will be our first runner to make it underground here, 73 minutes into this seed.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, just so you know, Bubble had some charm arrows, Antline a power shirt, Ordeals a gold apple. Evelyn right side in the room with the hole in it was the pink tail, and underneath in the basement was the package. Baron in netted us a darkness crystal. If for some reason you decided to check the last arm chest, the last arm actually had a key inside. It has the tower key, which only Moonblaze Wolf has right now. The Ogopogo spot was one of the few free bosses. It was King and Queen Evelyn guarding the adamant, guarding used very loosely here. The around and back chest on the first floor of LST had the Earth Crystal. The Lunar Core had 3 trap chests with a whole lot of nothing, and the ribbon chests had the hook and the Luka key guarded by the Magus Sisters. And it looks like Simbu has decided to save. That's always a good first move, and go into the tower without the tower key.
I feel like the hook and the Luka key are like 2 of the worst key items to find next to each other. Like everyone wants to find the hook, but nobody really wants to find the Luka key.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that boat. I mean, especially because if I find it and Silverfire doesn't, guess who gets to dive the sealed cave?
Yep. I wonder if Tower Key will have a big long chain that ultimately leads to another Kain item.
Yeah, it leads to a Flame Spear.
A second White Spear? Oh, you shouldn't have.
No, really, you should have.
No, really, what do you think you're doing, game?
Invenerable's got the right of it, though. He's right. Drain Spear hype all day. There's a 5th Avenger on the seed, by the way, for Simbu.
Oh, wow. 5 Avengers in case we find 5 melee characters to replace this entire party, or 1 edge to dart them all.
They sell really well.
Oh, they do. Buy more hourglasses for the trap chest. Oh, a pass!
Ooh, that is the freest of passes, isn't it?
That's quite nice.
Yeah. No work needed for that one. That is definitely a good find, certainly. Moonblaze Wolf is still on the moon. It looks like, yeah, Z-Man's going to get the adamant here. Nitz Guy is dealing with the fact that Palo got turned to stone by that one carry, but we'll work through this chest. We'll get the Samurai Gloves from the Lunar Core. Yeah, Artea, sometimes it's weird. Like, there's always that one item in these T4 seeds that you just find over and over and over again. Oh, do we need to fill in on how 2v2 works? I apologize. Hey, do you want to take this one?
Oh yeah, sure. The way that the way that 2v2 works is that in this tournament we have it's an invitational. It's kind of a proof of concept thing. There are 4 teams. 4 teams of 2, so 8 players in total. The way this works is that each of the 2 players per team is playing the same seed. Well, everybody in the race is playing the same seed, but on each team, the 2 team members are allowed to sit in a Discord call and share information with each other on what they find, and they're allowed to say anything they want in the call. So generally we'll use this for determining who goes to what spots, telling each other what we find in certain places, if certain things are worth going, what we find in a certain chest somewhere, anything you can think of that you think would be useful. Because ultimately, whichever team finishes first with their 2 times combined, whichever team has a lower time ends up winning the match. So So, like, while you're trying to split up as much as possible, ultimately you're gonna need to find the same key items that lead to the crystal. So that's pretty much just how the 2v2 works.
Thanks, Paige. That was awesome.
Thank you.
You got to field this question because your team's 2-0, so you clearly know the most about the format.
Well, thank you for that.
All right, Simbu just nukes Mom Bomb to death with whites and nukes, just going in on the Leviathan spot here, and gets an Aegis shield. I guess it's Kain gear technically.
So although my team is 2-0, I have to say Artea is carrying me quite heavily because he actually knows what he's doing on the moon, and I've just kind of found lucky Cecil items to just farm on the blue planet where I actually kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that was how we won our first run, was the fact that I got to do Sylph Cave and stay underground where I'm most comfortable, while Silverfire was our moon diver in that run. And then the second run, I got stuck on the moon, and we were, as I'm sure that Invented Supremacy told you, we were ahead until I took a bad wipe, and then we were behind.
2v2s are very fun, highly recommended. That's actually how I started playing Free Enterprise, was a 2v2 setting.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of ways. I know that we're getting this bot that we use for running it tested out for use on the main server, so we really do want to see people running 2v2s without a doubt. It's sort of breathed a lot of life back into the game for me too. I know I went in real hot and heavy for a while, and then kind of fell away for a little bit, but now I'm kind of really feeling good about it. Yeah, and the one thing that is very true is that you get two good runners together that can't communicate, and they're not going to do well in a seed like this. So sometimes you get the right pair of people together, and they're way greater than some of their parts.
Yeah, it's like I come from a competitive Smash Bros background. Sometimes like two players who might not be that great individually might have amazing synchronicity between the two of them and just be able to just pull off awesome things. It's actually really great to see it in action. The same really applies here, I've noticed. Teams that, like you and Sil, I saw your first match. That was amazing. And y'all are practicing a lot. Like, that really makes a difference. Just like practicing your communication and figuring out like what you and your teammate are comfortable doing in certain situations. It really, really matters a lot for the 2v2 setting, and it's very rewarding to be part of like a cooperative effort like that and know that like you're helping each other succeed. It's a really, really fun format. And if anyone hasn't tried it yet, just find somebody in the Discord and see if they'd be down. It's really, really fun.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just to play a seed like casually, don't even race it and just sort of see how it works out. It is a different skill set. It is a ton of fun though.
Yeah, my best friend and I, we do that like every weekend. We'll just co-op a K3.
You know, eventually you get to the point where if you've got a good partner, you start like coordinating your stream titles and your hosts after the runs and everything. Moonblaze found a defense sword on the moon, so you know what that is, right?
Defense sword sounds like another dart or a lot of money.
It's Kain gear.
Oh, that's true. It is technically Kain gear. I was thinking Cecil gear. I'm like, oh yeah, Kain can use swords too, can't he?
Yeah, that's technically Kain gear.
It counts for the meme.
There's a drain sword. That's Kain gear.
That is very much Kain gear.
30 gold pieces. That's 30. All right. The slow march of inevitability for Simbu, eventually getting through the gauntlet here. As Z-Man is working on getting his hook here, slowly taking down the Magus 3. Right now, currently the Magus 2.
Edward is the last man standing. Oh my goodness.
I hate you, Invenerable. You called it. There it is. There it is, the Drain Spear from the Babel Gauntlet.
Oh my goodness.
Oof.
That's almost as bad as what I was predicting.
Yeah, Z-Man takes a wipe to the trio, though, as they resurrected again. Mindy starts taking souls with the scythe there. Not a good scene overall. This seed continues on. Blaze is trying to find those lunar chests for his team, while Nitsky is doing the same over here for the Kain Crushers right now. Z-Man just gonna slow down the back sister, try and take a little bit of the sting out of their abilities here, and trying to get this run back together. Simbu's found the Quintet Warrior chest here, so gonna probably quake this down real fast. So give it a second.
I both love and hate this chest. I love it because it looks easy. I hate it because it never ends up being easy.
Yeah, especially if you forgot to heal up from like the trap tiles, burning your health away.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you get an hourglass off, they're gonna melee you 5 times. It's not a good scene.
Well, protect ring, that's all right.
Not quite what Simbu wanted though. So come on,
Not
Simbu.
quite what he wanted.
You know where you need to go now. Do it for the fans, and by the fans I mean me and nobody else.
I usually end up being the one that goes to Sylph Cave when Arte and I are doing scenes too, so I'm right there with you, Dem.
There's the frog chest. That's an annoyance at best. Oh, as one red dragon remains for Blaze here, and that heat ray just guts Palom for nearly all of his health, but gets the last wake off that he needs.
Wow, that was one painful heat ray.
And doing it for a Moonveil, though. Oh my god. Blaze is done. He's out. He's gone. He's gonna say see you later. He's had enough of this place.
He can do the 2 keys if he wants to.
Yep. The frog chest had a very exciting, and by very exciting I mean completely useless lunar staff.
What staff does Porum have right now?
I think she has a life staff, if I remember correctly, but...
Oh, okay, yeah, completely useless then. I like how Pain manages there, tagging along for the ride, sleeping the whole time.
Alright, well, now we're at the around and back chest here in Sylph Cave, and, as it looks like Simbu is clearing South Loop first over North Loop.
Is there any advantage to clearing South Loop first over North? Is it, I guess there's like a more, higher probability KI slot at the end of it?
That I'm not going to share with you.
Okay. That would be my assumption, but I guess you don't need to confirm if you don't want to.
Nope. Nope, the secrets of Sylph Cave will die with me. Well, we found the magic key, everybody. We can go home now.
All right. Oh, well, there's Underground Access Part 2.
There's trap chest number 3 for Simbu, as he's found the other ghost chest, so we'll see some more fire. We're going to see some more fire here. And Blaze is about to get the best piece of gear in the game, finally. First runner of the seed to get...
Oh, he does have a pink tail.
Yeah, he grabbed it from... He's the one who did Evelyn Castle for his team.
Oh, that's right, that's right. That's okay, Inben, we love you.
And I didn't see what Simbu got out of that third trap chest. Zorabora, Magma Key was in the around the back chest in Sylph Cave, so it's the one you go down and then come back around to the top level. Alright, his Blaze is now gonna blaze a trail to the underground here, while Z-Man is still having a little bit of a hard time with the Magus 3 here, and so is going to be doing a little bit more grinding right now to sort of try and smooth out the levels a little bit. All right.
I wonder what Z-Man is going for in his grind. And like at this point, I wonder what he's looking for right now.
Oh, there's Quake on Rydia. That might be the thing that he wants.
And it looks like you're right.
Yep. And there is the fifth trap chest here, is down at the in the Sylph room. It is the last ghost chest. There's actually 3 of them.
Oh, those ghost chests. Making me realize for the first time in my life that Edge's flood ability is really good.
Yeah, part of what makes it really good is that he's really fat. Nitsky gets his white spear. Simbu doesn't get an awful lot of much out of down there either from that chest. He there's 2 chests left in the north loop, and he's leaving them behind to go back up to the earth.
I wonder what he's looking for in the earth. Maybe... Did he run out of hourglasses?
He might have run out of hourglasses. Oh no, he talked to Sheila, so he is going, or he talked to the Sylph, or talked to Yang with the Sylph, so he's gonna go talk to Sheila and see what's in Sheila 1.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's a good idea. Oh yes, you're right, Venerable. I think I did see him buy that stack of hourglasses and just forgot about it. The Sand Ruby! There's the Sand Ruby! There we are gonna... The ultimate troll of this seed is gonna come to life. Possibly. Kain has a lot of explaining to do when he wakes up.
Kain's gonna have more weapons than Furion from Final Fantasy II.
Are we about to see the ditch of Pain Man for Kain Man?
No,
it would appear not.
We are going to see Underground Man Part 2 here instead.
Oh, Pan Man! Maybe we're looking for a 6th Avenger down here before we grab Kain Man.
Oh boy. Simbu decides to not get Kain here. And looks like he has decided instead to go to North Loop of the Sylph Cave here, finds trap chest number 6.
I imagine Blaze is gonna opt for lower Babel once he gets into the underground.
Yeah, that would be the idea with the tower key in hand. That would make a ton of sense.
Yeah, there's 6 potential key item slots. I think that's probably the biggest concentration of key item slots in close together that he has available to him right now.
Yep. Finds an arty bow. Rexroll, you did not even know about this channel, huh? Well, this is the new Free Enterprise channel. This is our first event on the new channel. It is the Twinvitational. We are here an hour and 33 minutes into race number 4 of the first round, where we had a Moon First seed for these 4 runners, and the big roadblock was the Magus 3 at the Lunar spot on the moon, blocking up our underground access, and we are having a lot of fun right now.
And Z-Man gets his hook and Luka key.
Yep.
He's about to follow the green team to the underground, I see.
And it looks like Simbu has found the 7th and final trap chest in the Cave of Sylphs. It is the double marble, double dark tree, the highest experience fight in the Sylph Cave proper. Finds more arrows.
Oh, wonderful.
It's exactly what you wanted.
I wonder if he realizes that there's no trap chest left.
Since he's still casting float, unless my count is wrong for some reason, I don't think so.
Oh, wow!
Oh, wow!
Oh, be still my beating heart.
That's a good find right there, Rydia. No more heroin shirt. Just she is geared as good as it gets right now. It's a crystal ring ribbon, adamant armor, Rydia.
Well, she has just got all the bling today. Good for her.
That free adamant might be worth a walk through the poison. That free adamant might be worth a walk through the poison. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you want to skip it. I mean, I'm into skipping adamant armors.
The pink tail was in Eblin, right?
The pink tail was in Eblin. Yes, it was in the right side tower in the chest below the hole in the right tower.
That's also quote unquote free adamant at this point, but it is a little time consuming to have to go all the way there and all the way to the cave.
Yep, Z-Man is tired of being without the armor of the adamant, so he decides to grab his first adamant armor of the run. And the first boss at Dwarf Cave is the Lunar Dragons.
I was thinking, oh, why no reflect the breath strats? And I remembered they're like level 60.
Yeah, I just remember my party's a little powerful right now.
Just a little powerful. All these quakes.
Cure 4s and quakes.
Cure
and
4s.
however you want to kill them, you've got the option at this point. Except for melee damage, because you don't have any of that.
I still can't get over that fast hovercraft. That's I was just looking at Z-Man screen for a second. I'm just like, wow.
Yep. Yeah, Rexral, this is Forge the Crystal as well, so we are halfway there. All of our runners have the adamant tucked away in their inventory because the King and Queen of Eblon were hiding it all the way to Ogopogo Spot. What does Ogopogo Spot come to play on so many seeds? But the Legend Sword is still at large right now.
Another Stardust Rod.
Yep, and it looks like Simbu has added on to his party instead of Edward, or instead of Tella, has decided that Yang is a better option there, and Yang, of course, you know, he's a wizard also. He's a punch wizard, but he's a wizard nonetheless. As Blaze is going to make our first check of lower Tower of Babel, which makes a ton of sense because he's got the tower key in his back pocket, unlike everybody else.
I feel bad for Luka. She had a frying pan around her neck. That's she's like a foot tall. Like that can't work out very well.
I mean, it could be like a 4-inch or 5-inch. It could be like a 2-egg, 5-inch omelet pan. That wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, that would be doable. If that's that's a style these days. Who am I to judge?
And on the second floor of Lower Babel, the first trap chest has the Baron key as well.
Ooh, now Blaze is gonna have to decide if he wants to go up the rest of the tower or.
Oh yeah, he's not leaving the tower just yet.
Yeah, or perhaps he was just marking off a tracker. It looked like he was thinking about what to do for a sec, but this is continuing the tower is the best play here.
Yep, Simbu's gonna immediately take that pan down to level Yang's forehead a little bit more.
I'm definitely here for Pain Man slapping Pan Man.
Oh man.
While Kain Man sleeps upstairs.
And the Sylphs have an Excalibur.
Aww.
As such, since the crystal is out of the pool, the crystal is replaced by Kokol's Excalibur. So Simbu has Kokol's Excalibur instead of the crystal. Yeah, Rexfall, Ordeals had a gold apple at the top. And Invenerable commenting that that Simbu has made the sextuple dip, triple Sylph, triple Fabul.
That is a trip around the world for sure.
That is definitely the feels bad. For us, that last dip was first.
Another Kain left hit.
They're just like you go into Kaipo, and at the foot of Kain's bed, it's like 3 white spears, 5 Avenger swords, 2 slumber swords, like a drain spear, a drain sword,
Merry Christmas, Kain.
A full set of armor, like 4 Zeus gauntlets. For the love of the world. At least Blaze has Paladin Cecil and can use some of this stuff.
This is true. That's pretty good. And Pain Man on Simbu, as Chad is saying, is a good anchor.
Yeah, I mean, the way that levels have come on these seeds, though, it almost doesn't matter a lot of the time.
I guess Simbu lost a bet here with his teammate and has to go through Luka.
Yeah, well, I mean, he didn't get the tower key, so obviously that's
yeah, that's the real reason.
Alright, and the final trap chest has the Bahamut summon finally, which I guess Rydia will be happy to have, even though she already knows Nuke anyway. Alright, Z-Man working his way through the upper side of the Tower of Babel, while Nitzkai is continuing to work over the moon here. Is going to find not terribly much other than that Earth Crystal, though, as Storm comes out from that white, as Invenerable was talking about earlier, leveling the party down to under 10 health each. A dangerous place to be, for sure.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, that quad 9 Meteo.
Powerful stuff. But he does, with his party at a total of 18 health between all 5 of them, does get through that behemoth chest and finds his defense sword for Kain.
No, that's hardcore.
It's one blue talking to another.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
Wow. Wow.
Everyone's got the Luka key. Does Moon just reset out of the tower now? Like, because I know that at this point in time, if I found the Legend Sword, I would be yelling at Silverfire to reset that game. And here we go. That game is reset, everybody.
Yeah, if Artea's in the chat, I'm sure he could tell all sorts of stories about me screaming about key items I've found during our races.
Yeah,
wow.
I usually save it for go mode, but that is go mode.
That is go mode, and I wonder when the red team is gonna opt to dip in Luka.
I don't know. It could be a while here. Nit's guy is still got to do Bahamut's cave, and Z-Man still has to get underground, and Nit's guy still has to get underground, and
yeah. Like I know that if I was at the levels that they're at, normally I would go for Land of Summons before I do Luka to fight the bosses, and
yeah. And the thing is, with the Baron key popping out where it does at lower Babel, I would be tempted if one of us was doing Sylph and the other was doing Babel, one of us would be checking Odin's bot also on top of it. When
you're right.
Awesome. So, yeah, depending on how they work this out, things are not looking good for our heroes on the Kain Crushers right now.
Unless one of them makes the most random call of all time to just go to Luka first.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Yeah, the entirety of Go mode was the entirety of Go mode was waiting for us right there. It was Darkness Crystal was at Baron Inn, going up. The ribbon chest had the hook and the Luka key. You had to go down to Ogopoga spot to quickly grab the adamant, and then come back out and come into the sealed cave to get your hands on your legend sword. Unbelievable.
Wow, what a scene this has been.
Yeah, Kain Crushers got locked down by the Magus 3 tonight. Simbu will be forging the crystal at 144 inches right now.
I think this scene has really kind of showcased how powerful the luck of the draw is, because I feel like neither one of these teams has really been making any like bad decisions. Like everyone, I think, is playing pretty well. It's just they're just so happen to be value at sealed cave, which is like hardly ever a thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some chop here and there for all four of our runners. It hasn't been easy, like that's for sure. Like a lot of grinding had to happen, a lot of setup had to happen. We got to see Blaze do some D machines. So we've seen a lot here.
Yeah, I think everyone's been doing a pretty good job for the hand that they were dealt with the early game that we had, and things like Plague in the slot that Plague is in right now that Nit's guy is giving us a little bit of a refresher on. This I don't know what to say about the scene. This has been pretty wild and entertaining.
Yep, Pidge, this is your first time doing commentary for Free Enterprise, right?
Yes, it is.
You know what that means? You got to say the line.
What's the line?
Well, we've got Simbu lining up that pass over at Troya. Do you not know what the line is?
Oh, whose butt are we gonna kick today?
Perfect.
Is that the line?
Thank you. You got to say the line. It's your first time.
I'm not up to speed on memes that were not my creation, which is why Pain Man is the only thing I ever say.
It's important. It's important that you say the line. That's what makes you a commentator.
Yes. All right, I'm an official commentator now.
All right. We are here. Blaze is through. Gonna go and forge. Probably not gonna do too much leveling. Probably pretty happy with this party as is.
I'm excited to see my boy level 10 Pain Man put in anchor work.
Level 10 Pain Man going to Zeromus. Leading the way. Leading the charge.
So, out of the 14 mascots, Palom basically carried the entire seed. Kain slept the whole time. Pain Man's taken a semi-useful nap, and Rosa was just completely AWOL. We gotta go there.
Like I said, my team's not involved. Rose is banned. Scala doesn't believe me. Rosa was taking a vacation at the back of the giant hill today. Or at the top of the tower of Zot, because I don't think anybody's checked there yet. There's no way that Blaze does not get that free pass in Venerable. Like, there's just no way. Z-Man finds a crystal sword in the Land of Summoned Monsters in the back chest on floor 2. Nit's guy, I think, is out here hunting for the last arm chest, and we'll find it eventually. Neon, I'm not taking the bait today. Oh, and here we go.
Oh, I love it. I love it. The Majora Moon.
Simbu is about to reflect some nukes directly into the moon, it looks like.
Simbu is about to show Child Link how it's done. I bet this is very cathartic for Simbu after how much of a pain the moon was for this seed today.
Yeah. We're gonna take down this moon, darn it. It's gonna happen.
It's like, no, you don't even get to exit the planet's orbit. We're gonna kick your butt out of this entire planet.
Such a fitting end for this, and Blaze is going to get the free pass, unsurprisingly. Makes a ton of sense. Nitz guy found the last arm and is done with this place, it looks like. He has seen enough, but he's gonna get his key item out of the last arm chest. Gonna have a tower key floating around, hanging around his neck. So the big thing with 3 reflected spellcasters, you need to land 7 spells to finish the fight. With these levels and this sort of equipment. You also need to probably survive the second Big Bang, because 3 reflected casters usually can't do the damage fast enough without a Silk Web. So far so good. Yang is dead.
Oh, there goes Pan Man.
Yep. Yeah, this is a little bit dicey, but definitely doable. The big thing is now you've got to cure 4. You've got to get a wall back up.
Dicey, definitely doable. I really like your alliteration there.
It's totally intentional, I swear. I mean, look at that. I have affectations. That's what I do. But does get the wall back up after the Cure 4, starts to channel the nukes and the whites again, so we should see the moon fall out of the sky soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah, I just realized, despite being very high level, these 3 mages don't have the greatest HP stat. And 2 of them are under 2,000. I always grind. Well, I don't say always, but most of the time I grind till my casters are at 2,000 HP or above. But that actually like almost cost us our first match because I was definitely over grinding.
Yeah, your first match was definitely very, very exciting and very close. The amount of gear that Simbu has, though, you know, with the adamant armor, with the protect rings and crystal rings, looks like he's holding up all right. So yeah. This might probably gonna do it, or if not, one more nuke should bring it home.
Oh, and there it is. Simbu, our first racer, finishes with a time of 1:50.27.
Oh, get half of a GG out of there, fans, because this isn't over yet. Blaze still needs to make it through this fight. He's got Tele-Life on his side, though. I believe in Tele-Life.
Now, I wonder how what the Kain Crushers are thinking right now, seeing that the other team has finished when they don't know where the Legend Sword is yet. I wonder if this will change what they end up doing, like what their current strats are.
There's so much stuff to check that it could be, because like they have to be thinking we got stuck on the Mega Sisters and it cost us this run. That's really all that you could be thinking at this point in time. You just have to try and clear as efficiently as you can. I don't think you can't really get off of your track. You don't have any information, honestly.
This is true.
Yeah, Blaze bulking up a little bit more before the last fight, just dumping a couple of sirens into some eggs, gets Cecil to 28 agility, the magic number. He's done, he's good, he's out of here. He's gonna head on up and take on the moon next.
Why, Kain? What did we do to you? I'm happy that we're going to get to see who's in Tower of Zot.
Yeah. Like it'll be like Edge and Fusaya together. It'll be the dream team.
CPU the first slot, and then we're gonna rescue somebody in the next room from CPU falling on their heads.
I mean, being able to finish the seed, this is where, again, the power of the duo team comes into play, because a solo player would not have finished this in 2 hours.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was doing a practice seed with some of my friends the other day, and I think we finished in a little over 2 hours. It was a very trolly seed. We were all like, that would have easily taken any of us like 3-4 hours doing it on our own.
Yep. Like, I've seen some pretty fast seeds for these, and, you know, fast K4 seeds can take like an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours on these flags. Unless it's really, like, perfectly jetty.
Oh, there's my boy Edge. I had a feeling he was up here.
Well, there's half the dream team right there.
So this guy vanquished the CPU, but CPU is not quite done yet.
All right, Z-Man working his way through the second boss here in the underground, and it is... called it. It's the Dream Team.
We rescued Fusoya from the CPU. This is great. The Dream Team is reunited.
The Dream Team is reunited, and we know that Rosa really was on vacation at the back of the giant. Scala doing good banning... like hyper banning Rosa from this seed.
Oh my goodness, and there's the spray glitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she could still be in Baron Castle.
That's true. Then I wonder who's the other missing character.
We've seen King, we've seen Cecil, we've seen Rosa, we've seen Sid. Yeah, old man
Sid. Yes, you're right. You're right.
No one likes Sid though.
I like Sid. He seems like the kind of guy to party on the Giant of Babel.
All right, well, Nitz is obviously going to take Edge and Fusoya over dead weight, so he's probably a little bit happier with his party at least.
Mm-hmm. Blaze about to start this fight. Now, his fight is going to look very different from Simbu's, because he doesn't have Anchor Pain Man. He's got Paladin Cecil, and Tella, who's probably going to be taking a little nap for most of this fight.
Yeah, he's not long for this world, probably. Might survive the first nerf Big Bang, but that'll probably be about it.
Mm-hmm. I'd say you're probably right on that. So he's most likely going to go for reflect strats as well, but also with the added damage of what Cecil's got. He's got decent health.
Yeah, he's throwing up. He is throwing up the Avenger, so he is going for true hybrid strats here. So we're going to see the full fight.
However, the agility really does not seem to be working out in his favor. He got, I think, like maybe 2 commands off before the first Big Bang. He didn't have time to nerf.
Yeah, so Tella very dead. Rest of party alive, but not by much. All right, so the twins get through Mom Bomb for Z-Man, so he is working his way through these bosses. This guy is taking down Dark Elf, easy peasy. So we're going to find out what we get from the Tower of Zot.
Yeah, so it seems like Z-Man is doing exactly what I would have done, going for the Land of Summons bosses before Luka Cave.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Zarabora, there is a Final Fantasy without a Cid. It's Final Fantasy 1.
And even then, I think the GBA remake does have a Cid. I haven't gotten that far in it yet, though, so I'm not sure.
Yep. Nips gets the Sylph Summon from Tower of Zot, so... Mascot percent complete. Mascot percent.
I definitely waited 2 hours to see what that prize was.
Blaze, however, takes a wipe to Zeromus. The agility, like we said, was not working out in his favor there.
I wonder what his plan is now.
It's going to be first to take off the curse ring, it looks like, and put on the Zeus gauntlet.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess the curse ring did not quite give Cecil an agility value that worked out in his favor. No staff on Porum. Interesting.
Instead, has decided it's time to go with to bring the true power to us all. We've got Adamant Cecil.
Oh, here we go. That was the saving grace of my last match.
The hype is real. Going all nope, never mind. The hype is not real. Everybody, you can go home now. Hype is over. I was excited for a moment there. Z-Man looking ready to go take on Dwarf Castle as he's healing up at the Dwarf Castle healing pot. Nitsky making his way underground at this point in time. All right, Z-Man is now in the Cave of Sylphs here. Well, Nitsky probably not super happy to see the Stardust Rod there, but you know, we'll take it. We can get it.
I wonder if Z-Man is going to have to full clear Sylph before even checking Luka, because he could be down here for a while.
The answer to that is probably yes. He knows that, you know, one runner on the other team is done, and again, we have no information, right? Like, a runner was done right as he was getting underground access, so maybe he's assuming that if the other team had a hard time with it, that it's in an early enough spot. So he's probably checking common checks before uncommon checks, and Luka Cave is not a terribly common check. All right, Blaze is setting up and setting up and setting up here, getting ready. Nitsky's going to find Pally Cecil instead of Dark Knight Cecil here. Z-Man about to get his troll magma key here from the Sylphs.
That lovely troll magma key.
And you have to take it. You can't not take a key item, so...
Yeah, and Ben is right that KI locations, like the K1, K2 locations, are more heavily weighted in favor of having key items in K3, K4, and that's actually why I usually opt to make a beeline for the end of the moon and work backwards, because that's where most of the bosses are.
Yep, that second try is going off right now. So I'm a little bit more smooth to start, except wow, that Big Bang just crushes the team. Cecil survives, but with under 50 hit points.
Tell his grumpy he was woken up for all of 3 minutes and he wanted to go back to his nap.
And nap he does as he gets, well, blown up. As Z-Man continues to sweep out, goes to the five chest room, which I'm very happy that he's checking this because this is what they missed in run 1, so it's good that they're checking this time.
Right.
South loop going smooth. Supremacy, no silk webs were found anywhere. Like, legitimately, there were 0 in this entire seed. Alright, the volley of reflected nukes will continue here against the moon for Blaze here. Palom dead. Cecil dead. Tella not doing so well.
That was just barely enough to kill Cecil too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and Palom took a really nasty. Palom took a nasty high roll, but Porum, who's the important one who can still recover the fight, is alive.
Porum to the rescue. That's my girl.
I don't know if I saw Tomra check either, but that might have been the extent of it.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if Tomra was checked. I don't recall seeing it.
Palom stands up right into a big bang and is going to fall right back down. Rydia not doing so well either.
Ugh.
I think it's time for backup strats. This is the part where maybe you just go with Cecil and Porum and break out your best Cataseed impression here.
Your best Cataseed impression? I'm intrigued.
Since your experience is tightly limited, you usually end up with one Berserker and a White Mage. And no potions to recover your White Mage's magic, so it's usually Cure 3 to make sure you don't run out.
The only Cataseed I've ever done, I got to Rubicant slot, and then I realized it was 12 a.m. and I had work in the morning.
I know that feel. It's really easy to get tied up in a seed like that, but here comes another big bang. Porum's at about 1960. Should be fine with the adamant armor, though.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, this Z is in a hurry to just to kill off Blaze's party here and claim another win.
Because, you know, the moon hasn't done enough to us this seed.
Yeah, especially knowing that the other team hasn't had a finisher yet, this is where you just bail out and go into safe strats.
Oh, the Big Bang comes out before a Cure 3 can even be tossed on Palom.
Woof, and that's going to be the death of Palom for the next time here, but Life 2 is going to get Rydia back on her feet at full health. Nitsky underground at 204.52. So he's probably going to dash straight to the Luka Cave, honestly, would probably be the play here. Oh, he's got the tower key, though, and we knew that that tower key might pull him there.
Oh, tower key, the ultimate bait.
Gonna take the bait here.
So Blaze is recovering nicely here. He's got his 4 usable party members back on their feet.
Yeah, he's got this. He's got it snapped back a little bit, but man, that Big Bang, he missed menus once, and the Big Bang is just out again.
Yeah, this moved fast like Sanic. Oh, and everyone survives. That's great for Moonblaze. That's big for him.
Yeah, that's going to make things a lot better. He's going to get off this reflected nuke here, so he's going to keep pushing now, which is good. Nitsky finds the Baron key here in the tower. Z-Man working through the second boss, the bosses here in Dwarf Castle here. So he's got Antlion in front of him right now for his second fight before he gets his hands on the pan.
Pan Man wants to join so that they can go wake up other Pan Man.
Gangception is real.
It would only be even more real if Karate was down here.
Counter nuke on Cecil for almost his entire health pool. He's down. He's back to 1 knee under 50 health again. Blaze is not even concerned. It's just going with the let's lay in some hurt here.
Just nuke the heck out of this guy. Palom's standing his ground over there as the wall boy.
Yeah. popping up the team with that Cure 4. That's a really big Cure 4.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. Lots of health back on the team.
Yeah, everybody's back to a full here.
Yeah, Cecil's still about 300 off, but I think that Big Bangs were not quite doing that much to him anyway, just barely enough to keep him alive.
Yeah, it's risky, but... Z-Man hitting up the healing pot again here. As a teammate, this is like the most nerve-wracking part, by the way. Oh, there's the rocks.
There it is. There's the Medio. Oh, I agree completely. And I've always been in that situation because Artea's finished every match before I have.
Yeah, I think it's worse for me being if I finish first, because then it's just like, all right, there's nothing else I can do. All I can do is just talk Silverfire through what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep them calm, keep them composed, make sure they can do their job and get through the fight. But speaking of getting through the fight now, fans, you can get your GGs out in chat. Moonblaze Wolf finishing at 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 14 seconds. Official team total time 3 hours, 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 41 seconds for their total completion time, which will push the Mighty Quaks to 1-1.
Congratulations to the Mighty Quaks on the win, but we are not done yet. Let's cheer on the Kain Crushers till the end. They're narrowing down their possibilities. Eventually, the horrifying realization that Luka Cave might be required, I think, is going to hit them very soon.
Yeah, it's starting to set in pretty quickly here, I bet. But they are still sweeping out Sylph, and they're still sweeping out Sylph Cave, and they are still sweeping out the Tower of Babel Lower. Where they will find that both locations don't hold what they really need at this point, but they're going to make it there.
I respectfully disagree, Arte. You've been fantastic as a teammate when I'm trying to catch up to you after you beat Z.
All right, I guess we should maybe see if we can get our victors pulled in here for an interview.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so Nitz is working down Mylan here. While Z-Man finishes out, Sylph Cave found all the rest of the trapped items here. But it does sound like we are joined with the victorious the Mighty Quaks here. We've got Blaze and Simbu. Congratulations and GG.
Thanks.
Very, very well done on the match, guys. You put on a great performance, and I have a question for Simbu. What was your thought process going into Luka Cave before? Like, there were several other spots in the underworld that hadn't been checked out. What made you specifically decide to go there?
Actually, there weren't that many spots left to check in underground. The only thing left was tower, and I was leaving that to Moon because he had the tower key.
Oh, that's right. I guess I was thinking the Land of Summons bosses, but I think you guys had already done that, and I just missed it.
Yeah, I cleared out Fey March already. I think we cleared out everything. The only thing, like, we had Baron Key and Earth Crystal that we were going to do soon, but Moon had both of those items, so I was probably going to pick up one if Luka Cave turned out bust and try doing it that way.
Okay, yeah, you guys did a fantastic work of dividing and conquering the underworld for sure. Finding I didn't realize that Luka Key was actually very late in your checks. You guys really made quick work of everything down there, and that's really well done on your.
that was pretty much all Simbu. He just kind of plowed through everything on the moon, and then just left the last couple chests for me because I still had to go down and get the adamant. And then obviously once we figured out the hook was it, Magus Sisters had to do that as well. But by the time I got back down there and got through Upper Babel, he was pretty much already done clearing everything in the underworld except for the lower tower. So
Blaze, did you I can't remember if you did this or not, but I see you found the package. Did you end up checking which character was there?
yeah, it was Tella. I reset out right away.
Yeah, what was kind of going through your head when you saw like that was the only dupe in the game when everyone had been mages so far?
I mean, I think it was right. It was really just frustrating hunting for good characters in general, because we were kind of hoping for a good character at the package, and then it was the dupe, and we were hoping for a good character on the moon, and it was Edward, and we just really felt like we couldn't catch a break that way. But with no adamants, we had decent defensive equipment. I think there was at least a couple crystal rings and a protect ring. So, I mean, I think we both grinded pretty early, and then once we had the spells, we were able to kind of take it apart. But it was tough. It was very unconventional routing, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I was very impressed at how you guys operated on the moon. I felt like you guys made a lot of really solid plays up there. Like the moon was definitely tough for everyone, but I think the two of you managed to pull through really well and come out relatively unscathed. Definitely doing early moon with the party that you guys were dealt, like that was awesome to see. You just like as a team, I could just see that you were just working fantastically.
Yeah, on that note, I know that I went to moon very early because I was and after finding Edward, it was like, what do I do? Well, I know that I went and did Lunar Path, and then I decided, you know what? I have a Dragon Whip. I have just enough levels after doing that. I have sirens and everything. Let's go do Ryu grind without weak. And I think that was a very big boost on my end because I didn't have to do Ordeals thing. But I was able to get up to the levels that I could take down the Lunar Subterrane, which was probably a very interesting play.
Yeah, your opponents ended up deciding that they wanted to have weak on both party members, so they both had climbed the mountain to make sure that both players on their team would have weak on Tella to do grinding up on the moon as well. I think their grind idea was sharp. I actually agreed with the getting weak play, but you made it work. The Dragon Whip really kind of carried you through that, which was really good to see.
Simbu's absolutely fearless when it comes to the moon. Like, I've seen him go up there when we've been practicing, and I think in a couple of our runs, basically with nothing, kind of like tonight, and just figure out a way to make it work. So it's pretty cool to see. And I did the D machine grind, which was pretty easy, but it was a little bit scary just because I think the most hit points any of my characters had was like 500. So, I mean, we kind of branched out and did our own thing, but I mean, he just like barrels into everything, and it's awesome to see. So.
Yeah, no, I think I actually like the D machine play an awful lot there because D machines feels like a really safe grind, but also I'm way better at D machines than I am at doing trying to work my way through reuse. It feels like a slog, honestly.
I was also a big fan of the D machine play, but I was when Simbu went to grind the reuse, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, is he really going to do that without weak? But I guess like a player of your caliber, that's like not really that surprising. He made it work like super well, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it could have. I just felt like I was just over the cusp of being able to do it, and it turned out I was right, and yeah.
Do you guys have any more thoughts on the seed?
I'm sorry for incurring the wrath of Scala Kid.
Yeah, Simbu brought that upon the entire race, just so everybody knows in Discord before the seed got rolled. So,
did he ask Scala to roll the seed or something? Did he challenge her? Did he challenge her might?
No, I was somewhat taunting because I said, since the new bot has the ability to generate flags, but it doesn't check for syntax, I wrote FF4 flags Y Scala, and yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
He was taunting the beast, but all's well that ends well. So.
I mean, you brought this upon yourself, but as always, Scala Kitty, good for rolling seeds that are fantastic for the commentary team. A ton of fun to commentate and absolutely terrible for everybody else.
I'm very glad I was on the commentary team and not the player side for this one.
Agreed. I mean, this is why I've been practicing Moon all week, but don't tell anybody.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Especially not the runners that Sil and I will be racing against probably sometime next week. I think they're named Moonblaze Wolf and Simbu. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to watch the VOD and watch Simbu's weekless Gold Dragon grind strats. That sounds pretty amazing. So I'll have to take some notes on that myself.
Yep. Good news for your competitors is that Z-Man is now at Sealed Cave, is at the bottom of Sealed Cave, has just saved at the save point, so should be getting the good news of all that he needs is here waiting for him.
Good.
Well, I guess we'll probably leave you guys to commentate the rest of the race, and thanks for commentating. Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah,
congrats
thanks.
again on your
This was
win.
a fun one. Thank you.
Yep, congrats again, and of course have a lovely evening.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, we are back with Nitz and Z-Man at this point in time. Nitz is haul and tail out of Baron Castle at this point in time because he just got the news that he is needed underground.
But there's a couple of guys who have a little something to say about him hauling out of the castle.
Yeah, and the Exit spell doesn't work in Baron Castle either.
That's right.
So Nitz is going to go and kill the boss here and loot the trash can anyway. And yeah, Nitz maybe unsure when he last saved. Could have mashed that reset button.
And Ben brings up a very good point about that. Luckily, it's Calbrena, which I believe can be taken out with like one quake, if that.
Yeah, no, this is going to be quick and painful for the Dancing Dolls here, but Z-Man's going to nuke Odin in the next month at this point. Yeah, and the last piece of insult for this seed, Scala Kitty rolled a seed with no music. Powerful. Nope, there's Rosa. She's actually hiding in Baron Castle.
So I was right. Sid is having a giant Babel party today in this scene.
Yep. Rosa's not long for this party, though.
She's got better things to do.
Like rule Baron.
Yeah, apparently.
Cecil's incompetent. Rosa really runs the show. That's how this works.
And Edge just stands and watches the explosion.
Edge is not a very cool guy, clearly.
I think he's a pretty cool guy, but
how can you be a cool guy if you look at explosions?
That's a good point. Explosions are pretty hot. Sid had to fix the giant. It lost its CPU. It lost its CPU and somehow ended up in Tower of Zot. Don't ask me how that happened.
Tower of Zot, Tower of Babel, Giant of Babel.
That's all the same. It's like how when I started playing FE, I could never remember what Eblon or Agart were called, so Castle, the Cave, and the town are all called Ablart now.
Eblin's just Fabul. Fabul is also Fabul unless it's Eblin.
Toroya is every word that starts with T except not Toroya. Particularly, it is called Torian from Super Metroid and also Toblerone.
Oh, nice.
Also, Tamara doesn't have a name. It's also random T-words, unless I'm playing FF9, in which case Treno was actually Tamara.
So for everybody out there, whoever makes fun of a commentator for getting a town name wrong, you try and do this.
For any commentator out there who gets a town name wrong, it could be worse. You could be me.
Or me. We all make a ton of mistakes with everything. It's just, we don't make that many mistakes. Just, they get noticed. I'm gonna hide inside my jacket now.
Hey, but the best part about making mistakes is that they become inside jokes.
But yeah, no, I think like commentary is great, and everybody really should take a crack at it, because it's really a good way to get to kind of know the game and understand what's going on. And you know, if you're going to be watching it anyway, why not track, or why not, you know, restream, because you're going to be here anyway. So you know, it's a great way to help the community.
It's also a good way to get to know lovely people like Demerin here.
Oh.
Aww.
All right, Nitz guy cleaning up a little bit of grind here. There looks like they're going to siren some dragons for a little bit of extra safety here. I know that Z-Man's got a couple of characters in terms of Kain here who needs a bunch of levels, and Yang who still needs a little bit of help. As Nitz guy finishes up, touches down in front of the Cave of Sealed.
So, I'm not sure if we've gone over this yet, but what is Z-Man trying to get out of the omelet slapping?
Z-Man is trying to get levels up on Kain and Yang for safety, it looks like, and just make sure that he's got plenty of levels on everybody.
Fair enough. He could also be trying to get HP on Rydia, because it looks like Kain and Yang are fine in that department.
Yeah, also possible.
I guess also he might figure that, like, there's nothing to lose at this point. The other team's already finished. May as well go into Zero Miss absolutely confident that nothing bad is going to happen.
Yep. You know, always want to just take that one dive and make it happen. Do it all up in one shot.
And this guy about to get his final piece for go mode.
Yep. So that's good. There's the Legend Sword in hand.
Now, here's the kicker. Will both teammates remember to forge the crystal? Because I've definitely forgotten that many times.
I have certainly forgotten it as well, but Z-Man is fine. He's got it already. I just checked right off of it too.
Random Chicken brings up a good point. He could be looking for 28 agility.
Also true.
And Ben also brings up a good point. If there is any forgetting to forge the crystal, at least they have the pass and not the darkness crystal required.
Yep. Yeah, that's a scary way to go.
That was actually in my last match why I opted to do Fabul Gauntlet at Dwarf Castle instead of going to Darkness Crystal. Just in case I wipe to Zero Miss, I'd rather wipe to Zero Miss with the pass.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's always plan B, which is don't wipe to Zero Miss in the first place, but that doesn't always work out that way.
Mm-hmm. Z-Man about to go into Zero Miss fight.
All right.
He's got a stack team. I think he's gonna make quick work of this.
Yep.
I believe in Z-Man. So I wonder why Nitsky is opting not to warp out of the. Oh, he wiped Odin. That's what happened.
Oh no.
I was like, oh, why is he not warping? Oh, he's going the other way. I can't read maps.
He is on his way back in for a second try. Don't forget to safety save, everybody. But here we go. Z-Man did find silk webs.
I guess it must have been in Tamra then. Or maybe those were drops? I'm not sure. I wasn't, I didn't check to see if he went to Tamra.
Yeah, he went to Tamra. He had a full stack, so he probably had them from Tamra shop.
Oh, okay. Alright. The one shop that was not checked. That would make sense. Z-Man about to be the third person to enact his revenge on the trolley moon.
Yep. The moon wants one more shot at this party. The moon is currently 1-2 in this matchup. Has taken out Blaze once, has died at Simbu's hand, and Blaze did take the moon down second time.
The mage kids are just like, guess what, Moon? We got new friends this time. We're gonna kick your butt.
Yep. Z-Man gonna work down those hybrid strats, and I believe Nitsky has got quad mages at this point. Yeah, it's got the quad mage party working. It's amazing. Again, I know we talk about this all the time, but every single one of these runs, it always looks like that we end up with a different party for all 4 players at the end of every run.
That is pretty cool. Even though C3, I think, is my favorite flag, it is interesting in a match setting to see the differences everyone makes in their party decisions.
Yeah, and a lot of it depends upon where you need to clear earlier in the game, whether you want to have black mages or if you want to have a stacked party, or, you know, there's a lot going on in terms of that decision plan.
Definitely. And there he goes. Odin was no chance the second time.
Right, so Nitsky thrashes Odin the second time around, and he's going to take his ill-gotten gains out of this place. He's going to work his Legend Sword out of the Seal's Cave, so that he can forge, and he can go ahead and get this party wrapped up as well.
Yeah, it looks like Z-Man is not really having any sort of issue with the moon.
Yep, nope, Tier 4 going off, 2 Zerkers, some direct magic damage here.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone really drop below 1,000 health, although I have been looking at Nitsky's screen as well.
Yeah, but, he's got no veils up, so no reflection, just going direct, but he's got a ton of gear, and he's just going with direct nukes and double Zerker with the white, or single Zerker with the white mage.
Oh yeah, that counter nuke did not do as much damage to Ready as I thought it would.
Yeah, it stung, but it did not really hit home too hard.
Yeah, she's still in quad digits. Z-Man's just gonna keep firing away with these nukes, chipping off 9,000 damage.
Each and every time.
And very, very safe strats. He's got 5 targets alive since he doesn't have Teller or Edward with him. And Porum is just free to keep casting Cure 4s and it seems like it's very safe for him.
Yep. Good news, Nitz has forged his crystal, so we're not going to have the crystal failure at Zeromus's feet.
Excellent. I'm happy for all of our runners.
Yep. I think everybody's done it, though, where they've started rifling through their inventory on a V1 seed and then realized,
Yep.
Yep. Z-Man with the big preponderance of damage there just works right through the moon there. Get half of a GG out for the Kain Crushers here. 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 33 seconds for Z-Man.
Congrats, Z-Man, on the finish.
Now he's got to talk his teammate through, make sure Nitz takes a deep breath, hits the moon for all that damage, and brings it home.
Yeah, Nitz got this. I believe.
I also believe.
Alright, I need everyone in chat to give a big spirit bomb to Nitz guy and take down the moon.
Oh man, and so here we go one more time.
I wonder what kind of darts Nitz guy has left from all that shenanigans.
76 White Spears, 19 Avengers.
Aw, yeah, that's what I like to hear.
And an Excalibur in a pear tree.
A pear tree, you say?
I mean, you think Ed would throw a pear tree at Zeromus at this point?
I can see it. All right, and one more to kick the moon's butt. Let's go, Nitz guy.
You've got this. Take apart this moon. Nitz guy gonna throw up some speedrunner tech here by nerfing the Big Bang with a heal potion.
Nerfing the Big Bang with a heal potion?
Yep, that's a thing you can do.
That is really interesting. What kind of purpose does that serve? Is that just like if you don't really have anything else to toss?
That's part of it. It's a speedrunner thing because it's part of the Rosa route for the No 64 Zeromus fight, I believe, because you're doing the fight with reflect strats. So you don't want to accidentally reflect healing magic onto Zeromus because it messes up the math.
Oh, okay. Wow, good thing for Nitz guy. Rydia only took 400 damage from the nerf Big Bang, which is pretty good even for Rydia.
Yep.
I was a little afraid she was going to go down there after taking that counter nuke, but no, he's totally got this in the bag.
Yeah, I see an account. Look at that. Look at that ammunition, though.
Wow, look at all these darts. He really has that great app from the drill account to sort out his silverware.
I mean, we didn't take Kain in the party, so we might as well just throw the entire armory out.
I bet Kain is really enjoying watching this from his comfy little bed in Kaipo.
Kain's
He's just like, look, Kain team, I helped.
Kane's just sad that he can't stab Palom in the back. But the reflected nukes are just flying fast and furious here for Nitsky. Except for the next one.
Oh dear.
It's time, everybody. Speaking of things we've all done during runs, blowing up your own veiled character.
Well, I guess Kain can sleep easily knowing that somebody stabbed Palom in the back.
Porum was just tired of his brother. Didn't even stab in the back, stabbed him right in the front.
Hey, what are siblings for? I've got a younger brother too.
Yeah, I've got a younger sister, so I know what's up.
And there we go, Nitsky takes down the moon with a time of 2:38 something.
2:38 and 24 seconds, it looks like, is the official time. Everybody throw out those GGs at this point. Combined time for our runners, 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 57 seconds tonight. But the Kain Crushers do take the time, and they do bring it home tonight.
Congratulations to all of our runners for finishing that seed. That was impressive on everybody's part, believe me.
All right, moon goes down for every team here.
Oh, I was just about to say, let's get the Kain Crushers in for an interview.
Hello.
Hello.
GG, gentlemen. Congratulations on your finish tonight.
Let's just say congratulations on getting through the seed.
Yeah,
that is something to be proud of considering the circumstances of that early game.
I was just saying to Nits that, if there was one party setup that if you could choose, that would be the absolute least favorable for me personally, it was that. I am not comfortable with 5 mages at all. It didn't work for me, and I'm sure you could tell based on my unique grind there right at the beginning. So yeah, that didn't suit me very well at all, unfortunately.
Whereas for me, as long as they had enough HP, which I was grossly over level, it wasn't that big of a deal at that point. I probably overgrind those King Ryus just a little too low.
You both had incredibly smooth zero miss fights that just kind of went off without a hitch, and I think that the over-leveling at least helped you guarantee that there would be no wipes.
Yeah, the over-leveling wasn't really by design. I needed to get my characters up so I could get some spells so that I could beat Mega Sisters, and it was just sort of a function of that. At that point, when I was at level 4, okay, let's just go up to 50 and get medium. And just take care of it.
Absolutely, that was a really tough spot to find the Mega Sisters, and I was really happy for you guys when you got your revenge.
Yes.
So Z-Man, were you aware that you found the first key item of anybody in this race?
I had a hunch. It was. I actually had that hunch that me going to Eblon was probably an eyebrow raiser at first, but it's like, okay, I have hourglasses, and I've got now. Once I got Palom, I've got 2 magic casters. Right, I can get through either the Black Cat Lamia fight, or I can get through the Staleman fight. I can get through one of those, and then we'll go from there. And one of them had the pink tail. I can't remember which one. And then that gave me some experience boost to actually kind of get through the rest of it.
Yeah, it looked like a very difficult play, but I was a fan of it for sure.
Yeah, it was just a tough start. I mean, once you got into it, and once I found Edge and Yang, or not Edge, Nitz found Edge. Once I found Yang and Kain, I'm like, oh, okay, but the seed was over, so that was interesting.
When did you guys decide to start looking for demist? I know that Dem and I were kind of wondering why nobody was checking the early game boss slots, but I did notice that when you grabbed the package and saw Dupe tell that you didn't reset, and I was like, oh, they must be checking for demist now. What was kind of going through your minds that made you want to start checking that out?
Hopefully the moon wasn't required before the underworld. And frankly, you check every spot possible before going down there or going up to the moon is my personal. And even if we had a hook, I would have checked the other boss spots because we both believe that if we can find a magma key, let's do it.
Yeah, that's definitely not a bad call at all. Honestly, I likely would have done the same thing, especially considering the team that you had to go to the moon.
Well, yeah, that's at that point I was like, okay, this is what it's going to be, and this is who I'm going to take to the end, so I'll work with what I got. It's not what I'm used to when I'm just playing normal free enterprise seeds, but, you make it work.
Did you guys kind of have any, I guess, adjustments or decisions to your game plan when you saw that one of the members of the other team had finished before you had found the second half of the crystal, or were you just kind of like going to keep going with your underworld?
So I don't know about Nitz's mindset, but mine was like, I don't know how they did this. I have checked all of the easier spots. This doesn't make any sense to my brain how Simbu finished so far ahead. So it didn't change my way of thinking one bit because obviously Simbu took the right path, whereas we clearly didn't.
I mean, Simbu did clear. I think the biggest sticking point, if you go back and watch this, was the clear on Mega Sisters, in that Simbu went in there with double quake and just went in on it and actually did get it first try, not by much. Like, I think that was the biggest thing, is that it was a very tight fight, but did get it first try.
Simbu also was able to do King Ryu grind without having gone to Ordeals, so he didn't have weak, but he was just barely high enough level to make it kind of work out in his favor, so he was able to kind of skip a lot of the kind of issues that the seed would present to, I think, the vast majority of runners of free enterprise.
That would explain the difference then, because obviously Ordeals was a big waste of time. I got weak out of it, but it just obviously was just a little too slow.
And not going to Ordeals was my major sticking point early, because I had to do that the first set of King Ryus. I thought I had enough MP to take care of them, and I didn't. I ran out like halfway through the second King Ryu, and I'm like, oh no. So at that point, do I reset and go back down to Ordeals, or do I just battle through it? And I just battled through it. I don't know if that was the right call, but that was my major hang up with that. I mean, I probably wasted, 10 minutes on that battle? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's first Ryu fight was kind of rough, so.
Did either of the other ones, they didn't grind D machines or anything like that?
Blaze went up and ground D machines. Blaze went up to do D machines because Blaze looked like he was assigned to do the Giant of Babel chest. So he did the last arm chest and got the tower key early because he was going up to grind D machines anyways.
Gotcha. That might have been my mistake. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. On the one hand, yeah, but on the other hand, it's like, okay, well, Tella only has 90 MP, so that's 3-4 casts a week. So, I mean, it would have given you an easier head start, but I'm not sure ultimately it would have been that much faster.
Yeah, I mean, it got him to about level 38 or 39. So,
yeah, fair enough.
Pretty good to go to the moon with.
Yep.
A lot of different options to attack that type of a seed, certainly.
Do you guys have any more thoughts on the seed, like in general, kind of sticking points to you? Anything that we haven't covered yet?
yeah, Scala's not allowed to touch the bot ever again.
Just for the record, we were talking in the chat just before that. It was, I believe, Simbu who was taunting Scala, but yet somehow got through that seed. So
that was
just
definitely
wanted that
Simbu.
Yeah, no, nothing
but
else to say. GG to the Mighty Quaks for taking it down.
Yeah, Simbu and Moonblaze played a real good game. I mean, Nitz and I were talking after they both finished. We're like, what could we have done differently? And neither one of us really could come out with, anything major. It was the minor things, like Nitz said. Maybe he should have went to D Machine Grind. Maybe I should have went to Ordeals. But there was nothing really firm about what we could have done differently. It's just they played a better race than we did, period, and I commend them for it.
I mean, I commend all of you for finishing that seed, honestly.
I almost threw in the towel. I was just like, nope, I'm done.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad you did.
I wasn't far
because Chad was
behind
on your side.
Yeah.
No, but thank you so much for commentating. Thanks to Invenerable for doing the tracking, and thanks to everybody else who helped out tonight. We really appreciate you guys coming in and commentating, and good luck to both of you in your next matches.
Yeah, and regardless of the crap I give her, I do appreciate Scala restreaming this, and we were just very appreciative of the chance to do this, and real happy that we can get some commentary together, and thankful to you too. So I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving, I'd say, but I think Pidge and Nitz are both Canadian, so you've already had yours.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like normal people in October.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for joining us for the interview, and best of luck in your next match as well. Oh, wait, that's actually versus my team, isn't it?
It is indeed.
That's
So
gotta-
yes, thank you for
that's
the good
gotta be.
appreciate that.
Hey, I like to be a good sport, you know what I'm saying? Well, thank you very much, guys, and thank you to Scala for restreaming and to Invenerable for tracking. Y'all did wonderful as always.
Yep. Thank you again, everybody. So, Pidge, do you have any last thoughts on this before we wrap this party up?
FE is awesome. 2v2 is awesome. If you've never done either one of those things, especially together, you should definitely do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We still have to schedule the next two matches. The end of the first round. So the end of the matches here will be the King Crushers taking on Breadman's Bakery. The Mighty Quaks will be taking on the Sylvan Spelunkers, hopefully sometime next week. So keep an eye on the Final Fantasy IV for Enterprise Discord for that. This was a ton of fun tonight, Pidge. I'm glad I got the chance to commentate with you. This was a blast.
Likewise, I've had a lot of fun commentating with you.
Absolutely. So, of course, on behalf of Pidge, on behalf of our tracker, Invenerable, Scala Kitty, our restreamer, and all of our racers, we are going to take you over to one of the newest members of our community. We're going to take you over to Leggy Starscream after this, who is learning Free Enterprise. She's also a good friend of mine, so let's give her the warmest welcome we can to the community, everybody.